I pinched him, and he didn't even feel it. He didn't even make 2/3 of the left side of his brain was damaged and never formed. He was paralyzed on the entire right side of his body. That's why he never felt the pinch. The doctors told me he had cerebral palsy. They went on to tell me that he would never talk, that the language center of his brain had been completely destroyed. They told me he might not walk, be potty trained, and would undoubtedly have processing and behavioral issues for the rest of his life. As he grew, the doctors would add mitochondrial disorder, grand mal seizures, and autism to the list of medical issues that he must face. Those first few days and weeks were like living in your worst nightmare. I was a complete mess. Half the time I was crying my eyes out, and the other half throwing myself into research in order to define for us what that diagnosis meant. 8 years ago, I was a single mom living in a one-bedroom apartment with a child who did not start at the same starting line that other children do. I had no job, I had no money for expensive therapy equipment, but I had love and determination. Turns out I didn't need much more. Although the doctors had defined the life they believed Spencer would have, he has met and exceeded every milestone that they said he would never meet at his museum. Yeah, you can clap for that. The definition of Spencer's life the doctors gave was so wrong, so it made me wonder, what if Spencer had ever asked me what a museum was? So I decided to look it up. Here's what I read. Museum, an institution that cares for a collection of artifacts and other objects of scientific, artistic, cultural, or historical importance, and then makes them available for the public viewing through exhibits. Are you kidding me? Thank goodness I didn't tell Spencer that. Thank goodness I did not tell myself that. I can't imagine, based on that definition, having spent 10 to 12 hours a week for the next 8 years there. So we decided to write our own definition of a museum. Spencer's museum is a place that has provided a safe place to fall so that he could learn to take his first steps. A place where he fell in love with theater, and in so doing learned the importance of imagination and creativity, where the actors have become friends and even fellow acting partners outside of the museum. A place where he learned confidence by leading 108 end-of-the-day parades. A place where he practices turn-taking and patience while he waits for his turn to hug his favorite actors after every show. A place that stimulated his brain and built pathways where none existed. Remember, that language center was completely destroyed. I used every inch of that museum to practice oral motor exercises. We made silly faces in mirrors on level 4. We made silly animal sounds on the carousel week after week after week. And guess what? When he chose to speak his first word, you bet it was on his favorite giraffe on that carousel. Our museum is a place that encourages healing. Videos we have made at the museum have gone to every hospital stay and every surgery Spencer has had. He always wanted to get better so he could get back to the people and the place that he loves. Our museum is full of people that visit our home to help out. They bring tickets to events or babysit, or just smiles after a rough night of seizures have prevented us from visiting. Our museum is a place that ends every day with a parade, and in so doing has taught Spencer that no matter the challenges the day has brought, we should all sing, march, and wave goodbye to our friends. A place where you are greeted every day by a big green dinosaur named Rex, who teaches Spencer that the best of friends meet us where we are in life. They do not pressure us to talk if we can't or won't. They give hugs and they give high fives and they make us happy. That's our definition of a museum. The doctors give you a diagnosis in order to define what has happened and what you can expect moving forward. Those definitions never tell you the how or the why or who you're supposed to blame when you're crying yourself to sleep at night. Webster's defined a museum in order to explain and help people understand what it's like to visit a museum. In the end, though, what I know is that definitions don't really matter. They don't explain a person or an institution's potential. Tonight, I feel better equipped to define both. Spencer Hahn, a brave, heroic, hardworking, and kind boy that fell in love with a green dinosaur and a museum that became less of an institution and more of a family. Thank you. Spencer had a few words he wanted to share as well, but he might be a little afraid. Are you afraid to say?
I want to say it, but I just can't.
Everybody close your eyes so Spencer can't see you. Okay, nobody's looking.
Me and Mommy go to the Chisholm Museum every Saturday because I like Rex.
Well done. Keep that
So, somebody heard you were coming all the way to Washington, D.C. to tell your story. And here they are from Indianapolis to see you.
Tonight, we celebrate Erica and Spencer Hahn and the Indianapolis Children's Museum.
I know what you're doing there.
That was the most wonderful thing. That was, I don't know what to say. I'm just very, very happy you're here.
All right, thank you, Spencer.